Hello and namaste beautiful yogis. How are you all? This practice is based on a request, yoga for your feet. Did you know that human ankles and feet consist of 26 bones, 33 joints and over 100 muscles, ligaments and tendons? Soles of our feet are where maximum of our nerves are. Soles of our feet carry us everywhere. They definitely need some TLC, tender loving care. So let's begin with the practice. Let's begin by sitting, by extending our legs in front. Keep looking at my feet, please don't judge. Now we're going to curl our toes. You can look at here as well and relax. Curl and relax. It's as though you're trying to pick something up with your toes. So curl and relax. If you want a realistic experience, maybe you can keep a band around and try to hold the band. Curl and relax. Curl and relax. Right? Curl and relax. Curl and relax. Curl and relax. When you curl your feet, you're activating the intrinsic muscles present in your plantar fascia. This is why curling of the toes is so important. So curl your feet and relax them at least 10 to 20 times. Right? Continue to do so. And once you're done, we'll move to pointing our feet and pointing them towards you. Pointing them away and then towards you. Away and towards. Away and towards. You can do this sitting on a chair, on the bed, wherever you are, or even standing. It's alright, take the support of a chair or the wall. If you are standing and doing this, maybe you will be able to do one leg at a time. This is really great for our ankles and the whole foot stretches. Keep going. Again, 10 to 20 repetitions. You'll feel it in your shins. You'll feel it in your calves. You'll also feel it in your ankles, in your toes. You're activating the full feet. And relax. Now let's do some ankle rotations. So these are easy rotations, right? Wherein I'm not pointing my feet. I'm not doing anything. Just easy rotations. And reverse the direction. Again, 10 to 15 times each side. Just sending some love to our ankles. They really bear our weight the whole day. Now this time when we do ankle rotations, you will point your feet as well. Remember the toe curls? So you are pointing the feet away and then you are curling the toes. And keeping the toes curled, you come back and then you release the toes. Alright? So pointing and curling the toes, just intensifying that stretch a little bit. And you can do 10 to 15 of these. So pointing and releasing, pointing and releasing, pointing and releasing. Spread your toes. Spread them. Change directions. So you can point and release. You can watch your toes as you do this. It's really mesmerizing to see how they come together and how they spread. Coming together and then spreading. Together and spreading. Remember, when we put our feet inside the shoes, they're not always comfortable, right? So it is very important to spread those toes as well. So really work on spreading those toes. And relax. Maybe your hands are tired. Mine are, I know. So you can shake them away. The next thing we're going to do is toe yoga. So place your foot on the floor. Now you raise only the big toe. So you're gripping the floor with all the other toes. You're raising only the big toe. Bring the big toe down. Raise the other 4 toes. Right? If it is difficult for you, use your palms to press the foot down, the other 4 fingers, other 4 toes down, and then raise the big toe up. I know it can get confusing. So big toe up, press the big toe down, toes up. Press the toes down, big toe up. Press the big toe down, toes up. Press the toes down, big toe up. Press the toe down, toes up. Press the toes down, little ones, big toe up. Press the big toe down, toes up. Press the toes down, big toe up. Press the big toe down, toes up. You can again do 10 to 15 of this. We're changing sides. So I'm going to fold this leg so that you can see the left leg properly, left foot properly. So I'm pressing the big toe down and lifting the toes up. Pressing the toes down, lifting the big toe up. Pressing the big toe down, lifting the toes up. Pressing the toes down, lifting the big toe up. And we continue this way. It's actually called toe yoga. It's also a lot of mind work because you're really trying to separate your toes and ask them basically to operate as you want them to operate rather than them doing their own little thing. And lifting this big toe up is really good for you because it actually leads our walking, and stretching it separately helps our feet stabilize a little bit more. Alright, now from here we're going to sit onto our toes for a toe squat. So coming onto your knees, bring the toes down. So you're sitting not just on the toes, sit back completely so that you're partly on the ball of the foot. If your little toes are getting stuck, take them out. Use your palms to take them out. If this is too difficult for you, stay up. Stay here. It's completely fine. Just get used to the idea of your toes bearing some weight here. So we are trying to spread the toes. This is called as toe squat. And my toes are killing me right now. If you're doing this with me, you're doing good. Just stay there and breathe for a couple more breaths. And sustain this, don't worry. Just a few more breaths. If this sitting here is difficult for you, you can place a cushion between and maybe stay higher. And release. Bring the palms down. Point the toes back. You feel that, don't you? Right. From there, you're going to bend forward just to point the toes and stay there. Stretching in opposite direction. And come up. Making space for myself. So you keep sitting onto your heels with toes pointing back. Maybe you can bring your toes together. Take your palms behind. Take your palms behind. Knees come off. So you're really stretching those ankles. If your knees don't come off, it's all right. You can use a blanket to be placed underneath the knees, here, like this. And you can stay here. So your knees can stay supported. Your palms are supporting you from back. And if you can lift up your knees, stay there. I know, it's a very deep stretch. If you cannot, just be here. It's all right. There's no rush. If you want to intensify it further, you can actually bring the elbows down. And then the knees will really lift off. Stay here for a couple of breaths. You're doing good. Excellent. And then come out. Easy. And release. For this next posture, we'll take our knees onto the edges of the mat and go down into a gentle child's pose, letting those ankles relax a little bit. Just for a few breaths, sit back onto your heels. Prepare to move to downward facing dog, palms planted on the floor. Lift your hip off, tuck your toes in, you will feel that in your ankles, and lift the knees off the floor. Come up onto your feet. You can choose to keep the knees bent. Here again, you can do a toe stretch by bending the knees more, pushing your upper back away from the palms, and stay here. You can choose to straighten one leg at a time. Pedal your feet. So you're really stretching the toes, the legs. See that the heel and the toe come in one line as you pedal the feet. The other thing you can do is curl the toes under. Let me start with this foot. Curl the toes under and then stay here. Keep pushing away. You're gently stretching the front of the leg. Stay and breathe. And relax. Change the side. So see that you put weight on the foot that is bent, on the toes that are bent, so that you can feel it. If you need to lift up your heel, do so. You can even do the opposite. And you change again. Remember to push away from your palms. And last time. From there, bring your feet in front. Sit down into Malasana or garland pose. You can keep your feet slightly closer. You can use a blanket to support your feet here. Staying here, letting those feet rest. You can move side to side. just opening up a little bit more. Use the floor for support. So you can bring the knee down if you can. Try. And bring it up. And again, trying to bring the knee down. So your arch, your heel and the toes are coming in one line as you bring the knees down. You can repeat this. The other foot, other heel is supported. Just a variation of toe squat. I know, I'm tricking you. You can come down and sit down in Baddha Konasana. Here, joining the soles of your feet together. I'm using this blanket to place my hips on. I'm not sure if you can see the spider. There's a spider hanging directly from the wall. Right. So in Baddha Kona, you can start massaging your feet gently. You can take the feet away, apart. Gently begin to massage the feet. In the center of the feet, this is the center of the foot. So you're massaging all the way using your thumbs. You can do one foot at a time if you don't want to do both the feet. You can use a cream, you can use oil, you can use essential oils, whatever you need to. Just giving some love to your foot or both your feet. It's easier to do one foot at a time. Stay. Now weave your fingers into your toes and just stretch the toes in both the directions. Just move them in both the directions. Be gentle, stretching the bottom of the foot. Be gentle. You can rotate it a little bit so all the toes are rotating in both the directions. You can massage the bottom of your feet. Sorry, the bottom of your toes. This area. You can pull on each toe. You'll figure it out eventually when you start doing it. You can also massage your heel separately. And just do the same thing all over again for the other foot. You shouldn't feel left out. Here, your feet have done a lot of work. So they deserve all the love and care. Use essential oils, use whatever you need to. You can weave your fingers again for the other foot. Go front and back. Just gently tugging and pulling. Be very gentle with this. And you can rotate them. Toe crack. Don't know if you heard it. And the heel, the bottom of the toes. Oh, I almost forgot. and tugging the toes. And don't forget the heels. After that yummy massage to your feet, we'll do one final posture. So take your heels on either sides of your buttocks. Either sides of your buttocks. If you cannot sit like this, you can always elevate your hip using a block or a cushion or a book, whatever you have. You can do one leg at a time, so you can keep this leg extended. If both legs are difficult for you, if you can, then take your support with your other hand, roll those calves out and sit down here. Take the blanket behind you or a cushion, pillow, whatever you have, and slowly start to lie down here. Try to bring your knees together. Stay and breathe. For Supta Virasana or reclining hero pose. Beautiful stretch for the ankles, for the quads, hip flexors, all of the leg area. And after a few breaths, you can take support with your elbows and gently come up. Remember, if this posture doesn't feel good to you, you don't need to do it. Do what feels good to you. And we move into our final posture, Shavasana. Relax. You can observe your feet. You can observe how you feel, how your legs feel, how your feet feel. You can stay here as long as you want to, as long as you need to. And when you're ready, you can come up and sit up, bending one leg at a time, rolling onto the right side, coming up, taking support of your palms. This completes our practice for feet, sending some TLC to our feet. They really bear our weight and take us everywhere that we need to go to. I hope you enjoyed this practice. Do let me know in comments below. If you liked it, save this practice, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank you and namaste.